This is a quantum conversation with SanRa, our beloved Lemurian Priestess channel, and also the channel of Jwal Kul. And SanRa is joining us today on the road. We are here in Boulder, Colorado. She is yet another cosmic sister who is following the call of her heart, hitting the road, getting out in nature, and living New Earth from the heart. Hi, Sandra.
Hi, Loren. Thanks so much for having me.
We are really looking forward to hearing the latest messages from the trees. Yes, this is what came to you recently. So please share with us a little bit about how this came to you.
My husband and I have bought an RV and we are full-timing on the road. And we knew part of this was connecting energies of the earth from one place to another. And now we're discovering that also we're being the voice, you know, for trees, for rock faces, stone people, the natives call it. We're assisting in connecting the grid, or the grid system around the earth sometimes needs repair or is just needing to be reactivated, reconnected. So we're doing those things as well, kind of as we're guided. So we are enjoying having this energy flow through us and moving through the earth.
It's very wonderful that this comes when you're out in nature, when the energies are more part of you.
That's exactly right. You know, I discovered that I'm more peaceful in nature. I feel more connected in nature. And part of that is also spiritually based, because as we are apart from ourselves, or as we are apart from nature, we're trying to move back to wholeness, not living in separation. And as we've been disconnected from nature, then we've been disconnected from ourselves. So that's part of our ascension path, because we need to be whole and in unity with ourselves, other humans, the earth, all the kingdoms on the earth. So being closer to nature in whatever way you can. I mean, I understand everybody can't go out and travel full time. So even if you have a tree or a plant that's near you, if you have a park like this beautiful park we're in here in Boulder, you don't have to be traveling, but be connected with the earth, connected with the trees, the flowers, the sky, the clouds. That's very important, not just to feel better, but really to move forth on our spiritual paths.
So tell us a little bit about the latest messages that you've been getting from the trees and the stone people.
Well, let me tell you first about the first one I got. We were in a little town, Deming, New Mexico. Southern New Mexico, we were in a state park called Rockhound State Park. And this is a place you can actually collect crystals off the ground and take them out. I didn't find anything there, but you can. People do. And I was taking a walk one day, and there was the Florida mountains in the background. And I made contact somehow, or I should say, this stone person made contact with me. He called himself the Man in the Mountain. And you could see, I tried to take a picture and you couldn't see it, but you could see there was this, like this kind of androgynous stone figure. It looked to me kind of like a Hindu god or goddess. And so he said, you know, can I talk with you? I have information from, you know, for you. I was delighted. So let me kind of read what he said. So, I am the keeper of this space. And he meant that space in Deming, New Mexico. I look, I see, I embrace. There are many of us that protect and assist places in the mountains, on the plains, in the waters. Look for us, ask for us, and we will assist you on your journey. And then he goes on to, he asked me then to carry the energy with me to other places on our travels. He said, I ask that you carry this energy to other places on your travels so that humans and the earth are in more connected energy, intertwining the different energies upon the earth, all of the many dimensions that exist here and beyond. For those that honor us, we know that we can work through you in ways that are of great benefit to earth and humanity. We are grateful for your presence and your willingness to serve the man in the mountain. So I sat with him on that day. I just sat, I absorbed a lot of energy that he was giving. I agreed to spread the energy. Sometimes I don't even know if I'm spreading it, but I have him with me. I feel the presence of him. And I found a little stone called the black perlite, which I found interesting. I couldn't find any metaphysical information about it, but that was the stone. So I picked it up, I carried it with me, I placed it where it needed to be in our further travels. And he said further that anyone who wants help from the man in the mountain and other keepers of the spaces, just ask and receive. So this is important. You don't have to be in the presence physically of the man in the mountain or other rock people that you may see or feel. Ask for that. He said, if you would like to serve, ask for the keeper of the space where you live. Whatever that may mean to you, where you're spending time, ask to be of service. So it's a surrender. Even if we don't consciously always know what we're doing, we can just ask to be of service to whatever is the keeper of the space, the sentry. Just trust that you're in service, he said, whether you have been given a specific message or not. Ask to be more aware of your intuition and trust it, and trust yourself to do what's needed. So that I found fascinating. You don't have to be traveling like we are. You can just allow yourself to say, okay, whatever mountains I see, whatever stones I see, whatever rocks may be in my yard, if I'm on vacation. And then you can also ask for their help, because these sentries, they connect with each other. So there may be another man in the mountain a few miles or a few states away, or a woman in the mountain, or some rock face that you see. They are connected, the stone people. So they can help us to be connected, and they can also work through us to do whatever we're doing, whether we know it or not. Our intention to be of service assists with that.
We see it through the photos too. If we're taking photographs, we can see some of the figures in these rocks.
Even if you don't see them when you're looking at it. Right, right.
They're the gatekeepers, so to speak.
Yes, yes. And they can be small, they can be large. So it's important that we pay attention to that. When I was in Albuquerque, I led a little nature spirit walk so that people could see for themselves the shapes. Have you noticed when you look at the mountains, they have shapes? Some of them look like turtles, or they might look like lions or dinosaurs. We can connect with those shapes. It's very expansive. So when you're walking or thinking or looking from a distance, we can keep that in mind. So the man in the mountain is here, and he would like to give some energy. So we just like to sit here, picture it as ever you might, and just allow yourself to receive the energy that he is giving to you. Open yourself to it just for a couple minutes here. Take that in. I remember now when I was sitting there with him, he was giving me just beams of energy, just like I feel now. So that means everybody out there is getting that energy, and you can get it later. Even if you're not sitting here watching the video, you can get it later. So take that in. he's pleased now to be more a part of your lives.
Well, he's welcome here. Thank him for being here with
Yes,
us.
thank you. We're grateful.
Pulsing, yes.
Yes, yes,
Beautiful.
yes. And I want to say something else that's coming to me. When we were in Big Bend National Park in Texas, I meditate distance with a friend. So we were on Skype or on the phone, and also we heard that, and this also happened when we were in Tucson, in the Yaqui Pueblo, that we were helping to assist connecting the grids again. So you can do that energetically, and I know a lot of people are doing that, known or unknown to them. So there's a lot of work being done by light workers that may be here, light workers that are maybe somewhere else, because the grid system is on the earth, like the ley lines. It also goes into the earth, like perpendicular to the earth. It goes perpendicular out, and then it connects at all the different layers. So reconnecting that and repairing that so that it's all lit up, that's also part of what's happening when we're on the road. So I want you, I'd ask people that are there, pay attention to this for yourself, because you may be connecting with other people or places with the grid system that you don't even know. You can draw energy from it, you can give energy to it. Even in your sleep you can do that. Even if your feet aren't touching the earth, you can do that. So that's important.
What are some ways that we can tell and read the energy of these places? Examples.
Well, you might feel a tingling in your body, or you might not. But if you don't feel it, doesn't mean you're not doing anything. You might just find, I bet everybody out there has had an experience where they feel a place on the earth that's like, oh, this feels so good here. This feels really nice here. That is a connection with the earth there. So you can also bring energy through you, like the column of light, down through your body, your whole chakra line, through your feet, into the earth. You can ask, I would like to assist if there's anything I can do to be part of the earth's energy. Let me allow myself to be part of that, to receive it and to let it flow through me. You can do that in meditation, you can do it when you're sitting, you can do it when you're looking at the earth. So that's one way. Sometimes people do feel, or a change, you might feel cold or hot. Or you can change, or you just might feel such a familiarity, such a peaceful energy. But to give the intention is really important, and that will allow for your growth in this area, your further connection with yourself, with the earth, with the cosmos.
What about also bringing gifts for nature?
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. You can bring a stone or anything, as long as it's something that, you think will be energetically useful. Like the Indians, they would leave corn or tobacco. So that's nice. Anything that you feel guided to give to the earth. Sometimes if I'm walking, this may sound a little gross, but I might spit. The earth, that's, it's live fluid. The other thing that was we're talking about giving things to the earth. We were in what's called the Jemez Forest in New Mexico. It's in the Santa Fe National Forest. And we love it there. It has the beautiful tall ponderosa pines. It's like just taking a breath and just being whole and peaceful and wonderful. So one day, I had taken many walks there, but one day I went on the same path that I have been on many times. The campground, I think we were the only person in it. And I walk on the path and I find a clear quartz crystal. It's in the middle of the path. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So I pick it up. It's not a fancy one. It's maybe big enough for me to hold in my hand. It's not clear, it's not sparkly, it's exactly the right stone. So I pick it up, I walk through on my walk, and I find myself moving around to a place where I can sit on a dead tree stump. In that place, I find a black stone, an arrowhead. Oh, this is interesting. So I have these two stones. And I find where I'm kind of being guided to sit on the tree, I have this beautiful rock face. In the humus, there are this red rocks. And they're tall, they're up high, and it's very long, and they're all over the place. So I'm sitting there, and they start to talk to me. And I'm going to read some excerpt of that, because in this place in the humus there are so many, there are libraries of ancient information that have come from the cosmos, from the native peoples. I can just feel it. And I think the natives are helping bring that out in the right timing. But in this particular thing, I'll read some. It'll give you some information that will be useful. It says, "We are the keepers of sacred knowledge and wisdom in this area, which you now call the Jemez Mountains in the Santa Fe National Forest in New Mexico. We, along with many other stone forests in this region, hold volumes of ancient information of the area." And then they talk to me, because they're dictating this to me. It's not being channeled. "The stones you have found on your walk hold information that will be useful to you. They have been placed in your path and have guided you to this place where you sit now looking at us. This period of earth that you are living in now offers ways of change, offers new ways to look at your own selves and your surroundings. Even if you do not live in the area where we live, you can still receive our energy." Very important to remember that. "And it helps you to open to the knowledge and wisdom deep within your own beings. Simply call upon us and ask to receive the energy that we hold." Why don't we do that for a minute? There's more, but let's just thank you. I ask to receive the energy that you hold. And just let that come into your being, whatever way you may feel it. Just trust that you're receiving what you need to. Yeah, I can feel that moving into people. Now, they say, in this great period of transformation, you have a part to play that is important, that is useful. And they're not talking to me, they're now talking to you as the audience. Trust that you have an offering that is useful. I know there are so many people that are like, I want to help, but I don't know how, I don't know what to do. This is one way. In your bones, you have much information of yourself, of your offering. By taking in the energy that is offered by us and the energy of the stone beings, it will help you to awaken the energy, your offering within your bone structure. And then they go on to say to nurture your bones, to be grateful for your bones, to love your bones for their holding energy that helps you with your life purpose and what you have to offer. So many people have asked me, I want to know my life purpose. I don't know what it is. I don't know what to do, how to serve. This is one way. So if you are feeling that as well, be with your bones. Let's sit with that for a minute too. Let's just be with your bones. Honor them. Be grateful for them. Really nurture them with energy, with food, with supplements, whatever they're asking for. Right now, let's just sit with energy. Receive that energy from this stone face. I feel everybody getting lighter. So good. Wonderful. So do this. Do this every day. Now, I'm sure many of you have crystals. If you want to do this with a crystal, if you want to imagine the stone face, however you might see it, or just feel it. Now we have the man in the mountain. Now we have the stone face. Allow all that to be with you, all of you. So whenever I continued to walk there, I found other stone places that I got personal information from, and that I just felt I was getting information even though I didn't know what it was saying. So I might just sit with a different one. I walked down the road one day and I just sat, and I could feel the energy coming to me. I didn't know what it was, but I knew that it would come forth another time with my knowing, or that it would be given out to another place, because those crystals that we said, the crystal and the arrowhead that I picked up, it's volcanic there in that area. I know that those will get placed or given to a person as is appropriate. They will tell me. If they've given me the information that they said they would, I'm not conscious of it yet, but that doesn't mean that it hasn't come to me, but they're still with me. And we know that we're going to places in a certain order. We may not have to go to place 1, 2, 3 right after one another, but in order to spread the energy, we know that one place needs to be visited, because that energy will be connected or deposited into another place. Maybe a month down the road, maybe a year down the road. So I think it's a combination of where we want to go and where we're guided to go and what the energies are. So those stones will go somewhere as is appropriate, or to an appropriate person. And you may find that with your own stones and crystals. You may pick up a rock that's in the gravel in your driveway, and it will have an energy that's useful. So don't trust yourself if you get those inklings. It's important. And just kind of letting this energy settle with everybody, because the group of us here now is doing some work together. Don't you feel that, Loren? Mm-hmm. So that energy, we are doing something together. And as I mentioned before, as we are with nature, as we use nature, it helps us to come together in our own beings. And in this case, we're doing that, and we're coming together as a group. And that also lets us emanate energy. And that helps then the rest of collective humanity to come together more, be together, flow together, live in unity and wholeness. So as you're doing your work, your meditation, whatever you might want to realize, oh, I'm maybe just not by myself in my meditation. Maybe I'm working with other people. Now for the trees. The trees. Most of the energy we have gotten so far has been from New Mexico, because that's where we started. And this next one was, remember, it was our, my husband's here, it was our first trip to where we met. We actually met the Ponderosa Pine Forest. And it was wonderful. There were no other people around. The pine trees were amazing. The Ponderosa pines are these big, tall pines. They have big, tall trunks, and then the leaves, the needles, are mostly at the top. So I was taking a walk one day, and I noticed, I was drawn to this circle of trees, of these pine trees, and in the center was this boulder. And so I asked if I could enter, and I was told yes. And then I was told that in the past, I don't know if it was the ancient past or more recent, but in the past, this was a place, there was many grove, many more trees, and many sacred rituals were done there to help keep the energies of the cosmos and the earth in balance. Now we're so out of balance, we're bringing things back into balance. But in ancient times, they would often do this before things got out of balance. They would just do their rituals, their ceremonies, people with the trees. So I recognized then that I was being part of this energy. I was bringing together the different dimensional energies so that the past and the present were becoming more one. I was helping to strengthen those energies. And I saw the trees being kind of a matrix for the column of light that was coming down from above, the cosmos, down through these trees into the earth. And I just felt so honored to be able to help with that. It was a wonderful experience. So I was with that for some time. I walked around the trees, because now there were 5 trees, but in the past, a sacred grove, many, many trees. So when I finished there, I just began to walk home back to the RV, and then I noticed another circle that invited me in. So I stepped inside, and they gave me a blessing, which I was grateful for. And then I remembered that all places on earth are sacred. All places, from the grass we have our feet in here today, or to a big power spot, to a Mount Shasta, to a vortex. All places are sacred, but the earth is like taking turns. In one place of time, the place that we're sitting on, that is a beautiful park, may have somehow in the past been uninhabited, may somehow in the past have been a great vortex. So the earth, spots on the earth take turns of being powerful in the moment, offering something that may affect more people in the moment, but are no less sacred than they are when they weren't offering something that would affect that many people. So I think that's important for us to know. Just like no human being is more important or sacred than another, even though sometimes we perceive that's true, it is not true. It's the same with nature spots. I know of someone in Albuquerque, a friend of mine, who she talks to the tree in her office. And the tree gives her information and gives her guidance. This is one tree. This is not a big forest. And it's proven to be useful as she's taken that information. So all of us here can do the same thing if we feel that it's talking to us. Trust yourself with that. So as I received this blessing and got this information, I felt so connected and so peaceful. I started walking back to the RV, and I found a log, a dead tree. So I sat on it. The sun was out. It was a cool day, but the rays of the sun were coming down on me. It was like, wow, this dead tree is still offering me something, even though it's not alive. The rays of the sun are giving me warmth, and I just feel connected and blessed and fulfilled. So these are things that can happen also to you, with you, that you can invite. It's not that I'm special and I get to do this. We can all do this. So I'm inviting all of you. The trees are inviting you to please be with them. Get to know them. Know that you are worthy of that. And that brings together all dimensions, all realities, all time frames, which is useful if we're moving back into wholeness. Again, useful on our spiritual evolution, our ascension path. Nature is integral in that.
Yes, the importance with connecting with nature.
And if you live in the city, it doesn't mean you can't connect with nature. Connect with whatever nature there is in front of you. Whatever nature there is. That's useful. Now, I'm missing a page. I wanted to read some excerpts from Pine Trees. Oh, here, I have it. Thank you. again, these are from pine trees in the Jemez forest. Same campground. Now this is very, very powerful. This is not the whole message, but this is what I was told. We are the pine forest. We are the trees that hold energy of peace, that emanate energy of peace, and then allow for wondrous light of the sun to be distributed through us as peace into the etheric body of earth. We ask that you allow that peace to fill you and emanate from you as well. So they're offering us peaceful energy. We are now asking you, dear one, and they're speaking to me, to spread not only the word of our service, but the energy of peace to all those that are willing to listen and step into their own peaceful energy, as it begins to grow at the quickened pace that is needed for your growth upon the planet. Peaceful energy. Now, they say, as we reach out with our joined aura, so that all of the pine trees, every kind of pine, not just the ponderosa pine forest that I was in, every kind of pine tree upon the planet, make a more solid and stronger connection with each other. Then the energy you receive as collective humanity from our ambassadors, such as this one we're speaking to now, will have greater effect upon the awaken of peace in collective humanity. Now, as a collective energy of all pine trees, of all kinds on the planet, we reach out to those humans that are ready, that are able, that are willing to further awaken the peace in their beings, to assist humanity and all kingdoms upon the earth, to again work together as an integrated unit of beings that live upon the planet. Energy that lives upon the planet to function together as one great whole to contribute to the lives of all. So let's take this in for a minute. Let's yes, I receive the energy of peace from all the pine trees. You may have a pine tree in your yard. Any kind, just bring that in. Connect with it. Feel the peace. Good. Now, this to me felt very important. Together, we can heal the anger and hatred upon your planet. Together, we can bring balance and peace into the lives of all humans. Together, we can re-establish the peaceful planet that you all have memory of deep within your beings. I remember when I heard that, I started to cry, because it was like we all have memory of that in our beings. They say it's part of you, though it may be buried deeply. And we can help you to bring it forth, so that there is peace upon the planet again for all beings, for all kingdoms, for the earth itself. So the pine trees, we invite you to join us. We reach deeply into your hearts to help you rediscover and reawaken the peace that you hold and allow it to emanate as we are all one. So let's be in this moment one with the pine trees. Let's just take them up on their invitation. Yes, I do bring in the peace. I receive it. I ask for help from you, pine trees, and I join you to help myself, all of humanity, the planet, the kingdoms, to remember that knowing we have of the peace and bring it forth. That feels good. I remember at the moment then asking the pine, thanking them and asking them, well, what can we do for you? Can we do something to you? Because they have said that they have helped many times in the past situations of violence to help really stop it or prevent it from going in. I don't know how far in the past, but they said they've done that. So I asked, what can we do for you? And they said, we would just like appreciation. So the trees, the pine trees, were just like appreciation of who they are, the essence of their being. So then we moved into Colorado, which we're in now. And we were at the Black Canyon of the Gunnison, which was very beautiful. And we had this beautiful campground that there were Gambel oak trees, which are small trees, relatively small compared to the pines. And I asked them, because I felt so kind of close to them, I asked them if they had a message. Usually the trees will just say, we want to talk to you. But this time I asked them. And they said that they were great-grandfather energies. Even though they were small, relatively small. They said, we share our roots and our leaves and our branches with others to try and make life easier for them. And for others that are still learning strength and endurance. Then I assume that to mean us as humans, but also those that live in the trees, the birds and the squirrels and everything. They said, for humans, we find lack of patience in the lessons they have to learn. To endure is not a hardship, but to continue with strength, you learn what you must, collectively and individually, which I found very interesting, because sometimes we feel like, oh, I have to endure this. You know, it's like we're beaten down by it. That gave me a different understanding. To endure is not a hardship, but to continue with strength, that you learn what you must. So I learned something from that. They said, we have reached a place in our evolution where we're now able to serve others until we no longer are needed to do so on the planet. So when they're done, they won't be here anymore. Who knows how long that will take, but I found that interesting as well. In our contentment, our strength, our endurance, we willingly serve as we live on earth, and we are happy to share this with you, whether you are able to be in our physical presence or not. Which everything's saying that. The rocks are saying that, the trees. We just ask, help us, and then the energy is with us. Now, a client of mine wanted to know about the forest fires. We were having a lot of them in New Mexico then. I'm not sure about the rest of the country. So I asked them about it. And they said, well, we cannot speak about it in depth, but we know that forest fires in the past and present are necessary for new growth on all levels. They said, now, forest fires can get the attention of humans and conditions. Let me say that again. Forest fires can get the attention of humans that conditions are so critical upon Earth, and the destruction of their own property or threat to it may awaken them to greater awareness of themselves, and thus greater awareness of life on the planet. So the fires maybe can help people, since it may be affecting them so deeply. Now, a couple days later, I went, this was near the campsite. A couple days later, I was taking a walk, and I found another group of Gambel oaks, because there are a lot of them, and they invited me in. They're kind of short and close together, so you can't always walk among them. So I went in, and I just felt like I had been held in the arms of the mother, of the goddess. And I remember them saying they were grandfather energy, but I just felt safe and protected and held in the arms of the goddess. It was wonderful. I just could have sat there all day with that. So the trees, more than once, these energies have brought me to tears, because just of the connection, of the gratefulness. We saw so many deer in that campground. They would go right through the campground. We saw, a deer with fawns and they weren't getting close, you know, but it was so wonderful to watch the squirrels and the birds. It was really, and in all campgrounds we see the birds, not so many deer. But it's been a very wonderful experience, and we are now headed toward the Grand Teton National Park. That is a retreat of one of the Ascended Masters, Lord Lanto, an interplane retreat. So I'm looking forward very much to feel the nature there, as well as tap into that energy that we'll get from that, and then do whatever is appropriate.
SanRa, so exquisite to feel this deep, deep relationship that you have with Gaia and all aspects of her, the trees, the beings, the different elements. These are definitely an elemental journey that you're going on. So we look forward to keeping track with you, keeping up with you, hearing about that inner retreat, Lord Lanto in the Tetons. And as we say goodbye, we're going to leave everyone with a beautiful chanting of the Lemurian songs. Share with us how this chanting came about with the Lemurian priestesses.
They came to me and helped me remember that I was one of them, and I felt so reconnected in my heart. And they do so much healing with sounds that there's a lot of chanting that helps us open, helps us reconnect, helps us remember who we are. And sometimes, I forgot to say this, but sometimes I sing the Lemurian chants when I'm taking a walk, just singing to the trees or whatever is there. And let me sing that song, because I think it's one that no one has heard. La na la na le, 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 la na la na le. Blessings. Thank you.
Dearest beloved ones of our hearts, we are pleased to be with you and to be offering today the wondrous songs and chants of Lemurian times that we have sung as Lemurian priestesses, that priests have sung, that all of us that have been in Lemuria have sung. So as we are beginning, we ask that you feel the energy within your being, for it is not just the sounds, but it is also the way the sounds move through your body, the way they affect your cells, the way they activate the encodements within to allow yourself to be yourself more and more. Now the chant is simple. La te na. La te na. Now this is La, L-A, Te, T-E, Na, N-A, La, Te, Na. It means, dearest beloved ones, that we are one, all of us are one. It means also that we chant this chant together or as one individually. It brings a union and harmony within collective humanity. So we suggest that you do this chant yourself and with your groups. Sing with us if you like. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na na. La te na, la te na na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na na. La te na, la te na na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na na. La te na, la te na na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na na. La te na, la te na na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na na. La te na, la te na na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na, la te na. La te na, la te na. Let the energy of this chant sink into your being so that you allow it to move through you, dearest beloved ones. As the Lemurian Priestess Circle of 13, we are with you in this day as you are toning and singing and chanting, as you call upon us. We are with you with our energy, and the chants that we offer you then become one with you as you continue to do them. Allow yourself to use these chants that were truly used in Lemuria, dearest ones. Allow them to assist you in your growth and in your remembrance of who you are and who you were in Lemuria and how the two of those come together. As we continue with the next, this was used in the beginning part of Lemuria. It was used mostly by those that were priestesses, and it was sung in our circle as we were in Lemuria as well. But it was sung by many circles. In Lemuria, we would sing together in our small groups, then we would sing together in our larger groups. And this was one that we would do during the monthly cycles, the full moon and the new moon. So allow yourself to listen to this and make it one with your being. As we sung this in the new moon, it would allow ourselves to grow with the new moon and our intentions. And as we sung it in the full moon, we would be in gratitude for those intentions that had come to bear. As we are together this day, allow us to sing for you a chant that allowed us to be more joyful, allowed us for that joy within our beings to grow. Because in Lemuria, we were always growing and growing and growing. We were always learning to be more than we were, to allow our beings to evolve with our earth, with each other, with all of the forms of animals and plants, and with the wondrous cosmos. Feel the joyful energy rise in your being, dearest beloved ones, as you feel the waves of this energy of joy come to you. La ho le la ho, la la we la ho ya, ah ah le le ho ya ho, la la we le ho le ho, la la we le ho, la la we le ho wa le wa wa le ho le wa wa le le wa Allow yourself to feel that energy in your heart. Allow to feel your energy through all of your chakras. Allow the energy of the joy within your being to come forth. Dearest beloved ones of our hearts, there is not enough joy in your life now. Allow it to awaken still. Allow yourself to know that you are worthy of joy, and that all of humanity is worthy of joy, and be that, live in it, know that it is true in the essence of your being. Now, as we move forth, dearest ones, we would love you to remember now the song of the Earth Star Chakra, that which is beneath your feet, that connects the essence of your being with the essence, the memories, the knowing of the earth, and the purpose of you, and the purpose of the earth, and how you go together, how you move together, how you are not separate. Allow this wondrous chanting and tone and singing to allow that merging to occur within your being, inviting the earth also to be with you. Ole ale ale ale, ole ale ale ale, ole 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 ale ale. Oli ali ani, oli ali ani liani. Dearest beloved ones of our hearts, allow yourself to feel the energy fully. Allow yourself to merge with the parts of you that know. For this is not foreign to you, dearest beloved ones. It is part of what you hold within. Allow it to rise above in your being, so that you again become that which you are. Now, as we are continuing with things that we see will be useful for you, to assist you in your growth, to release that which no longer is in the truth of your being, we are adding something that we truly have made up of modern times, because in ancient times of Lemuria there was not so much releasing of things that you did not need. It was more growing of what you are needing. In these times there is much to be released. Allow this song and sounds to assist you in releasing that which you no longer need, that which does not serve you, dearest beloved ones of our hearts. Olain, 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 din, 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 olain, din, din, olain. Alin din wan din wan din wan. Alin din wan din wan din wan. Ala Alin din duan, alin din duan, alin din duan, alin din, alin din, alin din duan, alin din, alin din, alin din duan. Alin din duan, alin din, alin din, alin din. Breathe, dearest beloved ones, with what you have been given. As you move through these sacred songs, chants, sounds that awaken, that release, that remember within your being that which is you, allow yourself to begin to know, yes, I am that. I live here in this human form, and I hold much within me that I am not yet fully aware. And yet, as you are listening to these sounds, as you are bringing them into your being, as you are allowing them to integrate that which is already within, to bring it forth, these chants that were done, these next ones in Lemuria, by the priestesses and all of the people that were interested in the time that these were offered, which was not every day, at special times of the sun, the moon, the planets, the cosmos, often in alignment with the galactic heart. These tones and sounds were given to awaken those abilities further that you hold within. As we offered them then, dearest beloved ones of our hearts, we offer them now to you, so that you may again realize the gifts that you hold within, and to develop them, for they are needed upon this planet now. Feel your beings, dearest beloved ones. Feel the energy within. Feel the energy as it expands within your being, around your being. Feel that you are not the same as you were just a few moments ago. Your energy has changed. Your energy has awakened. Is that not what you have requested from deep within your being? We answer that call of awakening the depth of you, to be known to yourself, dearest beloved ones. Awaken to that which is you. And as we continue, dearest beloved ones, we are wanting you to continue to remember that you are not alone on this planet as the human race. There are many plants and animals upon the earth that are not separate from you, dearest beloved ones. They share the energy field with you, and those within the waters and those within the air and the ethers, they share the energy with you. Those that you can see and those that you cannot, they are with you nonetheless. And as we give you the next song, allow yourself to then be with all of these creatures in a way that you can find common energetic ground with them. Holy Nela, 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 Holy Neya na, Holy Ela na la na, Holy Ene ha, Holy Ene Alani Ene, Holy Ene Ala Ulai, Holy Ene la Holy Aule Ene Ale, Eliane Ulali Ene, Eliane Uwaene, Eliane Ulani Onie, Eliane Hoile Hoile wa Hoi oni hele Hoile wa Lewi ula Hoile wa Hoile Hoile wa Hile ule o Hoile Leine Hoile wa Uwa Helene Hoile Hoile wa Huelene Hole Helene He Hole o Hole Oni Ho Hula wa Hole Oni Ho Hole Oni Ho Hole Hulani Helione ha Helione ha Helione Helimioni Amiena Uliene Walamine Uliene ha Wanimeni ha Ulieme Ana Uliemi ha Helieno Umiono Hola amine Juliano amine amine Juliamo amine amine Juliano wanili Julieni wa Honieni esta Julieni wa Umieni esta Julieni Julieni ma Oti alieta Jolieni paloniate Jolieni pacoli amistatu Olieni Alumieu palie calamine stupa Alieni valemio calienti Caliemos dominata Aliemi amine shata Aliemi numicale mionio cavaliei Aliame ustipa caline picono Alieni ustipa letica mioto puliendala Occhiami esti nupida livo lapine calio Uni epila calu epistemino colio mintacai Aliemino mia pitacai Avielo funta Avielio funta Kielime munie pie caluca Aliamine takau Aliamine toshiro Kamiamine Kaleu Kamiamine Tukiampo limpita Copiampo calie ponie calie pshu Dearest beloved ones of our hearts, allow us to share with you a love song from us to you, from our circle of the Lemurian priestess of 13, but of all the priests and priestesses that have come before in Lemuria, all that are still upon the planet, all that guide the planet. Allow us to offer to you through our great united heart the energies of love for you. Hoai ling tung hoai, hoai ling tung hoai nei, hoai nei hui nieu, hoai ye hui ombo, hui om yai di, om dia blind di. As we are not separate, dearest beloved ones, as we assist you in remembering that the truth of your being as is one with all beings, as is one in the life flow of energy with all beings, you are not apart. And your feeling of separate from all of your brothers and sisters physically, from all of your brothers and sisters of other kingdoms, from all of your brothers and sisters in the cosmos and in the planetary nature. Dearest beloved ones, you are one. And allow us, as we then give you words of oneness to assist you in that knowing, in that full realization. Hako mai legam doshita ku radika. Hundai kai fosh daim buntaka. Alaim takaistobon daika pu dailo tikabai dai. Hambukali taka fush di mitakai nai mubanti. Ai lagan doshin takairo pan pashu. Ikanai ai pon nai la kam tu shin nai ko dai lo fun dai ko fush dish kat dun takapunta hika shela pun shupala hiu la katapunai how shupata hila kam pun nai pun dai luliai pista pun dai ka punsta ilam tu fadai kom podai pish von Aila Kuntia. Push. Aki. Sure. Dearest beloved ones, this wondrous time that we have spent with you, this wondrous energy that we have spent with you, gives us great pleasure and joy. And as we now will sing again the Latena, allow it to unite our beings and all of the beings on the planet so that we can again remember, that you can again find in your hearts to know that you are not apart and that collective humanity is coming together again as one in great joy and harmony, dearest beloved ones of our hearts, our great blessings. Latena, 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 na. Latena, 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 na. Latena, 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 na. Latena, 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 na. Latena, Latena, na. Latena, Latena, Latena. Latena, Latena. Latena, 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 na. Latena, Latena, la, na. Latena, Latena, na, na. Latena, 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 na. Latena, 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 na. Latena, 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 na. la de na, la de na na. La de na, la de na, la de na na. La de na, la de na na. La de na, 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 la de na na. La de na, 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 la de na na. La de na, la de na, la de na, la de na. La de na, la de na, la de na, la de na. La de na, la de na, la de na na. La de na, la de na, la de na na. La de na, la de na, la de na na. La de na na, la de na na. La de na.